Pickaxe. Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode of 0 Degrees because it's episode 100. Woo! We are the podcast with no qualifications where we try and solve your complications. I'm Ravs and I'm joined by Lydia and Ravs. Hello.
Lydia and Ravs.
Lydia and Harry.
Get out of here, Harry.
Duplicated Ravs for episode 100. There's two Ravs.
Just me and Ravs from now on. This is our soft way of firing you.
It's so wonderful to find out on the podcast, on episode 100, that I've been replaced by fucking Ravs.
That's right, the two of me, double the pegging.
I can't believe it's episode 100.
100.
We've talked about it for like a while. It's been like coming down the pipeline.
Every time we save our audio, we're like, oh, it's 88.
It's like,
Not far from
92.
100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the Inception sound. It's like, boy, it's coming, you know.
So,
100 episodes, that's wild.
For episode 100, we figured we would answer some of the longest questions we've ever been sent in. I mean, to put it quite frankly, there are 3 A4 sides and there are only 3 questions here.
Oh my god! Yeah, we've had like these huge ones in the sheets before. Where it's like there's no way we'll ever get to answer those.
Well, it's just like you just know the question is going to take like 30 minutes to answer. Let alone read, let alone answer.
I just got some I just skimmed some of these. Whoa!
What did you see? What words did you see?
We are saving
Okay.
something
Okay.
about dangerous sex or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I've not pre-read them because quite honestly I don't have
Yeah.
time in my day to pre-read 3 A4 sides of questions.
I hope
like
these
going
aren't
in
horrible.
fresh.
Yeah.
We like going in fresh.
But before we get into episode 100 proper, we have to hear from Lydia. How was your Japanese trip? How did it go? Obviously, you were with terrible company.
Oh, awful.
Well, you know what can I say?
Miserable. Miserable.
What can I say? I was farting.
So wait, was this your second time or third time?
This is second time.
Okay.
Yeah. I had an amazing time.
Isn't
Thank
it your
you.
third time?
Second.
Is it?
Second. I was
Okay.
meant to go.
Oh, that's my brain.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I had an amazing time. I absolutely loved it. It was obviously so nice to be there with friends and enemies.
And foes.
So nice to be there with friends.
What's the time difference between you going from last time? Where did you go before?
It was pretty much a year.
Okay.
Yeah, because I went August last year and then September
Yeah.
this time. So it was a similar time, still hot as balls. Not quite as hot as last time I went, but it was still fucking hot,
God,
wasn't
it was so
it was
fucking
really
hot,
very humid.
Which
Very
is weird
sweaty.
because October doesn't strike me as a time because it's in Northern Hemisphere. It doesn't strike me as a time that it would be hot, but it's just muggy, I guess.
It's just the humidity. The humidity is nuts. It's like the air is like soupy. It's so it makes you sweat like crazy.
I sweat through so many
Yeah.
t-shirts, man. It was crazy.
I had a little like a poncho raincoat thing, which I threw away. It was really cheap, but I threw it away immediately because I realized I was just creating like an ecosystem inside it where like fungus was growing out of me because it was so humid and sweaty
that
in
is
there.
gross.
It was like, ugh.
So give us, I want to know, like, what like top 3 things you did, or top 3 things that you like found different to last time. Because like I wonder, like, did much feel like it changed? Did much feel like did you experience anything that you'd not experienced before? What were the highlights? Give me the rundown.
It felt very much the same and very much familiar because I did Tokyo last time, Tokyo this time. Did sort of I did some different stuff, but did some similar stuff as well. And it wasn't that long of a difference in between.
Sure.
So it did feel same, but in a still very fun, amazing way.
It was such a massive place.
Oh my god, yeah! Like it's never. I don't think you can get bored in Tokyo. There's so much stuff to do there. It's massive. It's absolutely huge. In terms of what my favorite standout things we did, I loved the karaoke night.
That was really
That was
fucking
so
fun.
much fun.
I don't know if you mentioned that on the podcast. You maybe briefly
did I
did.
bring it up? Yeah.
How drunk did you get? Because Rav's told me about the
I was
soju.
fucked
You told me about the soju tap.
He was fucked up. I was fine actually. So what happened is we had the guys went to a all you can drink soju, right? Izakaya. And I got there like 2 hours after
Yeah, I
you
think
guys
so.
had got there.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when I arrived, they were hammered.
God.
I had like a couple of drinks whilst I was there before
Yeah.
the timer ran out.
But
So I
it's
was-
impossible. You're playing catch up
Oh
forever
yeah,
now.
I'm not. I would kill myself trying to catch up with them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had like a couple of drinks, and I was like merry, but I wasn't drunk. And then when we went to the karaoke place, it was all you can drink, but I think the drinks are very watered down because I drank quite a few and I couldn't really feel much. So I was like merry, like I'm singing, but I'm very much like I'm not drunk. Like I'm still with it. Whereas some people.
my god, how
My
drunk was Ralph?
God, the boy, when I turned up, his eyes were like looking in different hemispheres. Like he was and you
My first time having soju.
Oh my God, he was so like merry and just like this lovely little just sweet drunken boy.
I was a happy boy.
He was very
Yeah, I was
happy.
very red and happy and merry.
And we had a group chat, and oh my God, people, you guys trying to text in the group chat. It was gibberish. It was
like
absolute
hieroglyphics.
They were
gibberish.
texting Japanese.
It was basically it was close
They
to
just,
two.
that's what they needed to unlock
Yeah.
the inner language inside of them. It's
It
just
was
a load
so,
of
so-
soju.
so weird because I've also been drunk a lot in my life, but like this was different. It sort
Being
of
drunk
just,
in a very like foreign
Yeah.
country in a place you don't know is very different.
Yeah.
Like, it's so bizarre.
and I guess I'd never had soju before. And I was just sitting like, oh, this tastes like nothing. And I was just drinking lots of it, and then I just looked at my phone and I was like, uh-oh. What's happening? I don't feel so good.
It is great as well because it's like 20%, but it doesn't taste strong at
Yeah,
all.
sure.
You mix it with like
Fruity
a
little
fruity little
drink.
mixer, and
Yeah.
it doesn't taste alcoholic, and it's 20%,
which is super dangerous.
Which is so
'Cause
dangerous.
even with, like,
Especially when Tom's pouring for you.
yeah, it's
but
like
if you did that
much.
with vodka, like you could still taste the vodka. Like,
Oh my
it's still
God,
gonna
even
be
in like a
fucking-
double,
Actually,
you're
yeah,
like,
hold up that
"Ooh."
water. That's about how much we
Yeah.
were having of soju
So
in
that
our...
much, 20%.
So half a glass of water, half a
Yeah.
glass of soju, basically.
and then
Yeah.
like juice up to here, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
So,
a nightmare.
Yeah,
That's
so
just what
karaoke
you
night
said.
sounded fun, drunk, fun.
it was lots of fun.
What were there any other highlight moments?
I did some things which I really enjoyed. I went to the outdoor Edo Architectural Museum.
Okay.
What a mouthful. And that was really fun. I went there by myself, and I was a very big, brave girl. And because I got the train, I got the bus, and I did it all by my lonesome.
Oh shit.
Who got the bus?
I got the bus, and at one point, an old man, sweet bless him, came up to me, was talking to me in Japanese, and I told him I couldn't understand. And I
Punched him in the face.
And I punched him, and then the police were called. It was horrible.
I've heard the war stories of public transport in Japan. Fuck this shit ain't happening, not me.
not me. He was basically telling me I was queuing up in the wrong place. God bless him. He helped
That's
me.
very nice.
But basically, it's this it's in a park, and it's full of these different buildings which all are different periods in Japanese history.
Sure.
And you can go in, like take your shoes off, and you can go look around
That's
them
pretty
all.
fucking dope.
And it's really cool. And it's Hayao Miyazaki, the creator of Studio Ghibli's favorite museum.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, and there's
That's
like a
highly rated then.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a street down it where they've got like old shops and stuff, and it just looks like Spirited Away.
Oh,
So that was
That
really
sounds
cool.
nice.
I really like doing that.
so something because I'm instantly like, oh my god, I would take a million pictures of that.
Oh my God,
Something I was chatting with Tom about because Tom also went on the trip was he was like, it's kind of faux pas to take pictures. Like, there are spots in places you can take pictures, but like the filming and stuff was not super. Like you, he felt awkward taking lots of pictures of everything.
Yeah, I sort of am. I probably am a bit of obnoxious tourist, as I do like to take lots of pictures because I have
Yeah.
such a shite memory. I like to have that. Like I like to be able to look back.
Well, spending enough money on a trip, you want
Yeah,
to remember it forever.
To be like, but I definitely did one thing where I was like, oh shit, I fucked up then because it was raining and I was walking home through Akihabara. And it was all the lights and it was so pretty, and I was like, oh, this is so like, oh my god, like listening to freaking like Ghibli or Final Fantasy VII soundtrack in my headphones. Like, yes, I'm living my little like nerdy
Oh, that's
gamer
so
girl
cute.
dream. But I was sort of filming just down the street, and I realized as I was doing it that a girl was like saw me and started like covering her face up and stuff. And I was
Really?
like, ah, shit. I felt really bad because I was like, oh god, that's such a like a faux pas. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I try and not. And then from then onwards, I was very careful of like when I tried to get pictures and stuff, I'd make sure that.
Which is annoying because it
Best I
sounds like such a
could.
visually interesting country to go there and then be like,
Yeah.
no, don't film any of it. It's like, oh,
but
sucks.
you know, you just want to obviously people, you know, protective of their privacy as they should be. But
yeah, and you want to be respectful.
and you want to
don't
be
wanna go and be a
respectful.
dick.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. is Just
I
wanting
absolutely
to,
second that though. Like going around with your music in Tokyo just hits different. Like just walking down all the little streets and shit. It was banging.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, especially because you know it's like it's the media, the culture is something that we've been interested in for so long. Like to actually be there is kind of surreal. Like
Yeah.
actually be like, oh my god, I'm in.
Well, you
Tokyo.
have, you know, the senses of the sights and you can smell it. So adding the auditory sense feels like a logical kind of like, wow, this is such an experience kind of addition.
Exactly. It's
Um,
incredible.
Give us one last major highlight
Oh.
or thing that like you just loved while you were there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, I will always, always, always sing the praises of the Konbini.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Fuck's
god.
sake, is this more toilet chat?
No, it's not toilet. It's not
convenience,
toilet. It's not
the
toilet.
Convenience
Oh,
store.
It's their
okay.
convenience
Yeah.
I thought it was
store.
like that was the B-Day fucking
Oh my
toilet
god,
combo.
no, he
and
would not stop banging on about it.
I love the B-Day.
Half our fucking last podcast about that, Lydia. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it was phenomenal. It oscillated.
No, drown down, simmer,
It was really
simmer
good.
onto your toilet.
No, because that's what the toilet did. It simmered. You're reminding
So what's a
him.
combini?
So it's basically their equivalent, like corner shop. You
Okay.
know, like the shop. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And they are incredible. Like they just have the most. I don't even know how to explain it because it is just a shop full of food. But the food in there is so good, and so there's like weird stuff, but there's like sandwiches
Is
which
it like
are incredible.
a deli almost?
No, there's no deli. It's more like I guess it's more like a little Sainsbury's, but full of really.
Felt like everything in there is probably going to taste amazing.
We're probably
Yeah.
going to taste incredible.
Yeah.
Or
and
is
be
really
affordable.
weird, but like, the for a niche audience.
Yeah, like just loads of different sweets and
Yeah.
crisps and pastries and.
Is there like one
Sandwiches,
brand that you would go
onigiri.
to, or are they all like individually owned?
So it's kind of like a thing there. They've got 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson.
I think it's a couple.
These all sound very
of those.
American and
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? But they're like the main brands, and they're the
Okay.
ones that are. I've seen like maps where people have done like the neighborhoods via like the colors of the combinis of the Lawsons
wow.
and stuff. But people have like alliances. It's like, oh no, I'm a Lawson person, or
see,
I'm a
okay,
Family
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah.
Family guy. I'm a Family guy.
I'm a Family Guy kind of guy. I don't go in any convenies.
I think I'm the 7-Eleven enjoyer.
Really? What are
Yeah.
you? Are you
I think I'm Lawson. I think I'm
what's
Lawson.
like the notable difference?
It's more they do the same things in there.
Pretty much,
It's
yeah.
just their own. They might have their own little extra different things. Like, is it Lawson or Family Mart that has the chicken nugget things, which are incredible?
Lawson chicken nuggets, I
Lawson
think,
chicken nuggets
are really
good.
Yeah.
7-Eleven, they've got really good
Are these like open
sandwiches.
24/7
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
24/7. Like one night I couldn't sleep. It was 4 a.m. So I just wandered and like gone
That's
around.
sick.
And it's just they're so good. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the compared to us, like going into the bloody,
Tesco's
one stop.
or a terrible corner shop or
Yeah,
something.
It just
Yeah,
sucks. It just sucks.
No, it does
Everything there.
suck.
I know it sounds really cliche and like fangirl because I know that it will have its problems and everything, but it really feels like in Japan, everything there is just better than what we have over here. Like
Just efficient.
It's just the products they sell, the things they have, the food it's just all so much better than here. Like I'll
Raz
buy.
and Lydia are paid by the Japanese Tourist Board for this podcast. This is a sponsored segment about how fucking amazing Japan is.
Yeah,
We love you, Japan. Visit Japan.
For us peasants like me that can't go to Japan, have never been to Japan, we now have to go.
But it's like I bought some cheap makeup from the Lawson, which is a convenience shop in the middle of the night when I couldn't sleep. Makeup's fucking incredible. It's amazing, and it's like, what? How is this possible? This cheap
Okay,
makeup.
so I have to know then, what do you feel like they didn't do as well? What is something that you've now noticed going to Japan twice that you're like, actually, I really sorely miss that in the UK. Like, actually, this is like better. This is an improvement. Because there must be some things that you're like, and I guess the obvious one would be something like language, being able to communicate with people, like the fact that you don't speak Japanese, and I guess a lot of Japanese people don't speak English.
It was a lot better this time in Tokyo.
Really?
Last year, the year before, I had a lot more instances where I couldn't communicate. But this year, it was a lot. I found most people could speak English, at least a bit, or could communicate. You could get by anyway.
Yeah. But there must be something you missed from the UK, or is it literally just better in every way?
I'm like currently team better.
Really?
I'm really racking my brain to think of something that I like more in the UK.
The one thing is the humidity.
Humidity sucks.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Like the humidity in Japan is horrible.
It is gross.
It's
And that's not just a
grim.
Tokyo thing, that is like just all of Japan. It's kind of just like that.
It's probably
think
worse in
s-
Tokyo because it's a city, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Also the
Yeah.
mosquitoes. I got eaten alive.
Ooh, mosquitoes,
I'm just built
mosquitoes
different.
in a city is fucked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like by I don't know
Mhm.
a beach, a playa, fucking a lake, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. Okay, like fuck it, that's the pain you take.
Yeah.
But in a fucking city, I shouldn't be
Yeah, it's
getting
like,
eaten
what are
by.
you doing here?
That's
Fuck off.
fucking awful.
I'm
yeah.
just built different. No bites.
My arm on the last day. I wonder if I've got any little
Oh,
bits
God,
of
yeah, you are
scars. You
eating.
can see some
Yeah.
scars. My arm was just like fucking itchy as fuck with these. I
Oh.
caught one. I went into a combini. How much I was going to say that in this section? I went into a combini and I looked down and there was a fucking massive mosquito mid chomping at me.
That's
I
fucked.
killed him and then my blood like came out of the hole. It was like, oh my God.
Fucking hell.
So I definitely get eaten less here. And
I guess natural disasters is another one
Oh.
that's like an easy go-to. Like no fear of earthquakes, tsunamis, like...
Oh, 100. I saw a picture when I went to that museum, and it's just like in the street. It's the happiest looking fish with eyes who's like smiling, going like, ah! And the message is, this will be shut if there is a serious earthquake. It's like, oh God, it's such a happy little message that he's delivering.
Is it wrong that I wanted an earthquake, like a little one?
Yeah, that's
like,
really wrong.
That's so wrong, Ravs.
I want to experience that in my life once. I want to see what an earthquake.
Were you not
like.
in Bristol when we had an earthquake?
No, if it was, I missed
We had
it.
like a slight tremor in Bristol.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it.
I want like a little nothing that's gonna kill anyone, but give me
I
like
don't
a
want
little.
anyone to die.
Give me a little scare me a little
I just
bit.
don't think you know what you're wishing for.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Well, this is the man who said to me before we went, like, oh, I'd like it if there was like a little tsunami or something.
No, I
What
didn't say tsunami. I said rain.
No, but
monsoon.
Monsoon. I'd like
Yeah.
if there was a little monsoon.
Was it not monsoon
Oh my
type,
God.
whatever it is?
Well, monsoon is a
Monsoon
weather
season?
system that I'm pretty sure is mostly in India that stretches over to the Middle East.
Whatever
A
it is.
typhoon is their version of a hurricane.
There were typhoons when we were there, but they didn't come to us.
Yeah.
Typhoon. Then I wanted like insane rain.
Yeah, not a tsunami. Not a
tsunami. That's horrendous. I would not wish that on Japan.
Tsunami in Tokyo.
Perhaps just go through like the border controls, like, please, is there going to be a tsunami, Mr.
I think
Borderman?
I just want
He's
the
like,
life.
what
I
the
just think I
fuck?
want the life of experience of seeing those things. Like obviously, like my heart goes out to everyone in Florida. That fucking terrifying, scary hurricanes just passed
But
through.
Ravs is also,
No, I
booking
don't
tickets.
want-
He's coming over to
No,
watch.
I don't want that. I would simply move, but I just want to
Just move for
like
it.
a small.
So I would simply move.
Just simply
I would
move. Just
simply
move,
move.
guys. Come on. What are you fucking doing? Stuck in Florida.
Oh my God.
No, I
It's
realised
fine.
that
Just,
not
I'm just
everyone-
handing you shovels.
Give this man a shovel.
Just keep
Give
having
this man
shovels.
a
Come on.
shovel.
I understand some people are stuck in a situation there. I understand. Okay, I get it. I'm just joking around. I don't know. I just want life experiences, and that feels like it'd be a life experience.
I think it's one of those life experiences I could so happily go without.
Yeah,
like
same, yeah.
tsunami, an earthquake, a wildfire, a
Oh, yeah.
volcano.
I don't want anything like that. I just want a little typhoon, and I want a little earthquake.
little baby typhoon.
I want little baby ones. Do you know?
There was actually a museum in Tokyo which does a simulation earthquake.
Oh,
You
they
should
love
have done that, and you
that.
could have
You
got
should
your
have done that,
sick
yeah, done.
urges
Yeah.
taken care of.
I just want to feel what it's like.
Fuck's sake.
You
All right.
Yeah.
Before
absolute
we
nutter.
get super deep, we're going to have to run some questions.
Yeah.
That's right.
We've got 3 massive questions here. Dear 0 Degrees, don't worry, no pics or cum or furries in this one.
Yay!
I have joined a society in university this year, and probably because of the type of person I am, I have made good friends with the committee. One of these people is a social media manager who we will call X. Sure, fuck it, I'll call him
The
X.
Everything app.
The Everything Act. We get on well, and I wouldn't call X a close friend or even really a friend. However, because we get on well, they often ask me to engage with society's social media posts to boost them. Of course, I'm more than happy to. This is where the problems occur. And for context, the post in question was a video repost of a little kid dancing, and all the adults in the background cheering them on. I commented about how nice it was that all the adults gave the spotlight for the kid to shine, and X commented in return, I know, right? It's so nice when people give the spotlight to others. Now, part of this might be a personal insecurities, but I felt like this comment was such a clear subliminal message implying I take the spotlight away from others. Since joining society, I've become much more extroverted and present in all events and such which I go to. And on top of that, X often asks me to join in or start things they want to film for social media. I originally thought I was reading too much into it, but when I asked a close friend about it in the society who's known X much longer than me, apparently this is not out of character for X. I'm a very blunt person, and I'd much prefer if X has a problem they bring it up with me directly and don't do cryptic bullshit. Keep in mind, this happened over a month ago and still bothers me. I don't want to be a dick and bring it up in case I'm reading absolutely nothing, so should I ignore it or should I confront X about it? Many thanks, a dedicated podcast listener.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I might have a bad take. I'm saying lock in, be yourself, keep taking the spotlight, shine bright like a diamond. Fuck giving the spotlight to anyone else. Fuck them. Fuck that shit. Just be yourself. Fuck that person.
I thought you were going to say
envious.
fuck the kids, and I was like,
No,
no.
no. That's where your brains went. Okay.
Oh,
I was just saying, just keep going, keep being you.
But that doesn't fix his problem with this guy, though.
Well, this guy sounds like a whiny baby.
I do like Rav's your take.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lids?
I think, well, it's either two things with this scenario, right? It could be that this person, X, genuinely was just agreeing with because he said, oh, it's so nice that, what is it? That all the adults gave the spotlight for the kid. And he said, I know, right? It's also so nice when people give the spotlight to others. It is a weird...
It's a weird turn of phrase.
Yeah, it is. It's
See,
also
when I
so
read
nice.
it, I didn't think that sounded that offensive. But then when I heard you read it there, I was like, actually, that does sound quite offensive.
It's the also. I know, right? It's also so nice when people give the spotlight to others.
It's such a...
It's like it sounds snarky.
It sounds so snarky. The thing is, when you have someone give you like a sly dig like that, I feel like you're the only one who knows the context, knows like it does mentally affect you, and you're like, oh, that person just doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Like they do think I'm a fucking spotlight hugging piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then that does fuck your mental. You are just like forever since like, you know what I mean? You do get those snowball moments, which I can just I can kind of empathize with the situation where you're like, maybe you misread it, but now it's like ingrained in your brain that this person thinks I'm a fucking spotlight grabbing bastard.
I mean, it could be that they generally were just being like, yeah, it's so nice when they give the spotlight to others. And he didn't mean anything behind it. However, it is a strange turn of phrase.
It is.
So I can understand why the author of this is thinking like, well, did they mean something? Because everyone's had that right before where like you don't know whether you are paranoid or thinking too much into it, and you're like, is that a dig? Do they have a problem with me?
Yeah.
Or am I just really overthinking this? And if I brought this up, I would sound fucking crazy.
I feel like do you guys all like go back and like, I don't know, it's always as you're trying to get to sleep or whatever, you just review social interactions. You're like, this was a very cringe one where I said a wrong thing.
Why did I do
hate
that?
Aren't I just the worst
that.
person in the world?
Yeah.
Or like, wow, I am really annoyed about this thing.
Or
that, like,
why did I
someone-
say that? Yeah.
Someone just like didn't probably mean in that way, but I'm furious about this thing now because my brain has just made me think about it 20 million times over and over and over.
Yeah. And it's hard because also you can have that thing where you can then convince yourself that someone hates you, and then the more it's like
But
that
then
bias
you subtly act
because you have that bias where then you start to see hatred where there is no hatred because you are convinced that they don't like you.
Yeah.
And it might be that they actually don't like you and you are noticing their behavior because it's true, but sometimes you are just like, the more you think it, the more
How many people do you guys actually hate?
I don't know if I hate anyone.
Yeah, I don't know if I think it's quite a lot of effort to like be a dick to people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you're always going to have people that you maybe don't mesh with. You don't, like you're not on the same level. You don't really click so well. Like you're not going to get on with everyone in your life.
no, that's just how life is.
Yeah. I've certainly.
Pondering.
Oh my God, Raz is like getting out his list.
I was just like, sorry, is any of this blank paper? Can I just, okay, let's start the list.
No, it's a lot of energy to hate someone. It is a lot of energy.
I think there's people I know that I don't get on with as well as I get on with, by contrast of,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, but I really get on with this person.
Definitely. I have people that I don't really click with, and we're never going to be best friends, but
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
That's the thing. If you don't like somebody, then you don't really make an effort to interact with them.
No.
And this person sounds like they continually are making an effort to interact with you. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's like bizarre because if they just didn't like you, they wouldn't respect you reposting
But
their social
also-
media stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what the place they work at is, but is there like
Well, it's like a uni society. It's like it's like a purely like for fun thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so there's absolutely like no social benefit to them
No,
trying
like-
to remain friends with this person.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the kind of person that would eventually ask them if it was really getting to me, and it was like it was getting to a point where I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
I would eventually probably text this person and say, "Hey, I'm really sorry if I sound absolutely fucking nuts, but I just wanted to check that we're cool. I picked up a bit of like animosity from you a while back, and just wanted to see if there's anything I could straighten out. Really enjoy being part of the society. Just wanted to make sure we're all cool." I would probably do that because for me, I just need to get it sorted. If it's just lingering, it just makes me anxious.
The lingering is awful.
Yeah.
I think just capping it is like certainly the way to do it.
What about you guys? What would you do?
You must start a crusade, a war against them. They are wrong and your enemy.
You have to
and
take
you
their
must
position.
crush them.
You have to take their
You must
position as
win,
social media manager.
and they must lose. This is war. Win, win, win.
I think my
Fair.
brain loves to think I would do what Lydia would do, but I think I would just fucking not bother.
Yeah.
I think it's so easy to not act that I just wouldn't act.
You just leave it.
Just leave it.
I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't act, but my brain would be like, "You are my mortal foe. You have entered a social competition with me that I must win."
Yeah,
Oh,
you're gonna start running your
Yeah.
own social media account.
Yeah,
Start taking
Getting-
a spotlight with you everywhere
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just turning it on and facing it towards you and just dancing.
exactly. I turn my makeup at karaoke.
Yeah.
You're pushing kids out of the way that are doing
Yeah.
cool dances.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
I think I'm just deeply competitive, and I really hate it if someone doesn't like me as a people pleaser.
Yeah,
So
fair.
Oh yeah.
you know,
I think
the-
that's
it's a swirling pot of competitiveness and desire to win.
And ego.
yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
I think yeah, my messaging them comes from a place of people pleasing where it's like, have I done something wrong?
No one wants
How
people
can
to
we
dislike
fix
them.
this?
Like that's like a horrible feeling.
Yeah, like because I don't think this person hasn't done anything wrong, so I don't
No.
think they should be messaging being like, how can we fix this kind of thing. But I think that's what I would do.
I think doing like a vibe check.
Yeah,
Being like, are we cool?
Are we
I feel like I picked up that
cool?
like we weren't cool. I want to make sure we're cool.
Yeah, that's like the absolute best way to do it. Like air it out and have an actual adult conversation and don't listen to an idiot like me.
The trouble is, it's fucking also like it is uni kids, so it's
I mean
like,
they're young, right?
like, and everyone's
Yeah.
super cliquey or like.
yeah.
Don't
I
know.
don't mean that in a patronizing sense, because at university, especially when you're spending so much time with these people, this is really important.
Yeah.
You don't want, especially if it's a society that you really enjoy being a part of. You don't want someone there who you think, oh my god, do they hate me?
Yeah.
Like, am I talking too much? Are they like?
It would just end up fucking ruining it. I
yeah,
imagine.
it
like,
would. Which is why I would like deal with it head on. But
Lydia, you could just not.
you could just not. You could,
And you could just
not.
worry about it for the rest of your life.
Exactly. You could just distance yourself from this person. And
That's probably the most sensible thing to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although it must be annoying though if they're like asking you to like interact with stuff and you're
Asking
like,
for these favors
Yeah,
and
like,
you
well,
think they don't like
you don't even like me.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Honestly, this job is like cursed though, because like, you know, I'm a people pleaser and I feel like I was pleasing other people in my life, and then the internet happened and I'm like, now I physically can't make
physically
everyone
can't make
I
everyone
physically
happy.
can't make everyone
Yeah.
like me.
No.
And it's just like, what do I do?
It's
You know?
yeah.
You
It's,
have to know there
Yeah.
are just some psychopaths out there, Ravs, who don't love Ravs.
I know, it's crazy.
it's nuts. Like
And the internet will find them and serve your content to them.
sometimes I just get myself into like the most stupid situations from being like a people pleaser. And my other half will just be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't do that stuff. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't like go out of his way to try and please someone. You know, he will, if it's a ridiculous thing to do, he's like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wish I could get into that.
I think I'm just too stubborn.
Yeah.
And if people like online just really don't like me, I'm just like, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
It's
you.
good,
like,
though.
Yeah.
It's
like I like
good.
thrive off
There
that
is
a little
something
bit.
kind of freeing about being able to be like, fuck you then.
Yeah, like great.
Mhm.
Like that's really cool for you. Like
That's super
I don't
healthy.
give a shit. Like,
Yeah. I think it's better to think like that.
Yeah.
You know?
like I don't want to convert them. I'm like
yeah,
brilliant.
you don't
like,
you don't have to force someone to like you. It's you
No.
know like no one you're not gonna like everyone and not everyone's gonna like you. Like,
Yeah.
Well, that's been the kind of freeing part of it, is like spite. I love spite. So
you
just-
live off
there's lots
spite.
of healthy emotions going on for Ravs right
yeah,
now.
just like, you know, oh, they don't like me, I'm going to be the best I can and purposefully and as much things as I can to make this person angrier.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck yeah.
Because they don't like
Slay
me.
queen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Slay,
Exactly.
This is your life. This is your timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You are the main
exactly.
character.
This is your Edo period. Right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So I think the general consensus is leave it.
Leave it, but if you're actually going to be a good person, just fucking vibe check and
But maybe
do
do
what
a
Lydia
vibe check.
says.
I'm not even sure that my advice is the best advice though, because like I said, my advice is coming from a place of anxiety and people pleasing. So I'm not actually sure if it is the best advice.
I'm thinking about the things I've been saying. I might be a psychopath, so I don't know if I'd listen to me. Listen to Harry.
Listen to Harry.
Yeah,
Listen
Harry's
to
the voice
Harry.
I think Harry's the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Just ignore it, move past,
Yeah.
and just whatever.
Yeah, you've got like anxious anxiety, psycho, sociopath,
And nihilism.
and just nihilism.
Just
yeah.
whatever. It's shit happens. People do things, whatever.
Yeah, there we
Fuck
go.
it.
Yeah.
Just pick your poison.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. We have a bit of flavour for everyone there. You know what? I'm just going to read the TLDR.
Sure.
TLDR, potentially crazy girlfriend who does not get on well with my family. This will be fun. Let's go.
Brilliant. Oh, no.
Hi, 0 Degrees. Unfortunate degree haver here. Sorry if this is a bit long. Well,
It is literally an A4 side.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a bit long.
Episode 100. It's big question time, baby. I would love some advice. My family and I lived abroad for most of my life. 6 years ago, we moved back to the UK. About 6 months ago, my brother got into a relationship with a girl. Let's call her Jane. We knew her from back in Switzerland. My brother is 27, and this is his first proper girlfriend, who's 23. Our families have known each other for over 15 years. The problem starts with the fact that she does not fit in with the family at all. She is crass and a bit rude, not impolite, but doesn't understand what kind of humour gets across to my parents. For example, asking my dad if his ginger boss carpet matches the drapes, asking my younger sister for explicit details about past sexual relationships at the dinner table, telling anyone who will listen about the first time she and my brother shagged in a garden at a house party.
What the fuck?
She also gets drunk relatively regularly and has on at least 2 occasions turned up drunk at my parents' house.
She sounds like so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
She sounds amazing.
She sounds wild.
About a week ago, my brother announced that after 6 months, he and his girlfriend are going to move in together. This might be a bit soon, but otherwise fine if not for the fact that my sister, who's at uni in London, lives with my brother, and they're currently looking for a new place to live. My sister does not want to live with the couple, which I understand, and the fact that Jane does not fit in with the family does not help. Furthermore, my sister told me that a few days ago, when we were all at the pub, Jane pulled her aside to tell my brother and her are planning to get married within a year and have kids within 4 years, I'm assuming. My parents, who don't know much about the wedding bit because it might give them strokes, decided, that's what's written on the page, decided to talk to my brother and recommend that he consider if this is a bit soon for such an early relationship. She only moved to the UK a couple of weeks ago and has already changed job once to be closer to my brother. She has a history of moving way too quickly with boyfriends. For example, when she was 17, she moved to Australia after knowing a guy for 3 months to live with him and his family.
God.
She's looking to lock something
She
down.
is trying to procreate.
Yeah,
she has got a mission.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, she's running away from Switzerland or something. After my parents talked to my brother, he reasonably agreed that it may be a bit soon and decided to talk to Jane. After he recommended that they take a few more months and wait for my sister's uni to finish, next June, she blew a fuse and shouted at him, "If I knew you listened to your family this much, I would never have moved to the UK."
Jesus.
She sounds not as fun.
That's fucked.
My brother has since given in and said that they're going to move in together with my sister, and all 3 of them are looking for somewhere to live. I personally feel like I can't say anything against this girl as I had a relationship with her in the past.
What?
And if I brought up any criticism against it, it would seem petty.
What?
Just dropping that
That's
subtle
what the
little...
fuck do you
That
mean?
should come at the beginning.
What?
That should come at the beginning.
You
That's
dated your
in the-
brothers?
That's in the wrong place.
How is that so casually mentioned?
Your brother's dating your ex. What the fuck do you mean you're dropping this in?
That's in the wrong place.
What the fuck?
You can't just say that.
Okay.
What?
I need a second. I have tried to be on my brother's side as much as possible throughout this whole thing, but I can't help feeling that she's manipulating him and is trying to distance him from our family. I can understand her awkward jokes as potential nerves around my family, but it doesn't take away from the fact that she's giving off major red flags. So, essentially, what do you think is the proper way to go about this? I want to talk to my brother about this, but I don't know the proper way to tell him she's a crazy person who might ruin his life. Have you ever had a sibling with a girlfriend, boyfriend, or partner who just doesn't get along with your family? Thanks for reading. It was hard fitting this all in. Concerned citizen.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm
there's a
still
lot to unpack
reeling.
there.
What? I had a relationship with her in the past.
That is so also unfucking specific.
Yeah, like what
Yeah.
does that mean? Like you slept with her once, you dated for
Is
2
she at the
years?
dinner table? Like, oh yeah, this time I was getting the fucking raw from your brother.
Yeah. Or like, were you just mates? Do you mean like relationship, like platonic relationship?
Yeah, relationship is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
Like what's happening here? I mean, I think relationship would mean something more, right? Otherwise he'd say I had a friendship. So
Yeah. And I think relationship implies.
that there's
Did
something.
they say how old they are? Fucking hell. I just feel like also that reframed all of my thoughts about everything they'd said prior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bombshell that I was not ready for. It's like changed the whole question.
I also just feel like now they're a bad witness. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, can we trust anything you're
Yeah.
saying?
Well, I know. Just kept that
Like,
from us.
are we just getting all of their like reasons they don't like this person because there may be a bitter ex or something?
Was there a single positive about them?
No.
There wasn't a single positive about the girlfriend, was there?
No,
Which feels pretty brutal.
she's
What,
kind of-
like a brutal review of somebody.
Yeah.
Just be like,
Yeah.
she fucking gets pissed. She fucking tells stories about how they fucking have sex. Like,
That is wild.
That is wild at a parent's house. And asking the sister.
Asking the younger sister. So she's at uni. So say she's like 20. So like asking
Yeah.
my younger sister for her. Yeah. There's.
But if
bleh,
she's
for
23, they're
explicit-
around the same age, right? So
Yeah.
maybe
So it's normal for that, but you don't do that at the fucking dinner
Nah,
table.
not at the dinner table.
I think they sound like a lot of fun. I'm honestly, I might be fucking team crazy girlfriend.
I-
I might actually be team crazy
Like,
girlfriend.
I-
I think they've gotten a bad fucking rep here.
I would like to hang out with this person. I would not like to date this person. Is where I'm
I
at.
mean, they sound like an absolute nightmare. I mind
Yeah.
knowing the brother is still interested.
Oh, so okay, I'm gonna say from a different point of view here. All right, so they've been together for 6 months, and they're obviously head over heels for each other. They
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
move in with each other. They're talking about getting married and having kids. They obviously really, really love each other. And yeah, she's obviously a bit of a wild card, and she doesn't really get sort of like
Social
dinner conversation
understanding,
and
social
things like
etiquette or
that.
whatever, yeah.
But she's got to be doing something right because he's obviously head over heels for her. So I think that this is all pointing out horrible stuff. But actually, is any of this stuff that bad?
No, I think it's like awkward.
It's
but, like,
awkward.
the thing is,
It's
it's
awkward
not shit
stuff.
that you have to live with. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
it's-
Wait,
I
but what
don't-
about that? If I knew you were going to listen to your parents so much, I wouldn't have moved to the UK. That's a little bit like
no, but
manipulating.
okay. That, again, I think that is like the harshest reading of like, if you're with someone they're like 27 and they're just a big fucking mama's boy still, and you're like, make your own decisions,
Yeah,
be
like,
your own person.
Wait, you're not going to
Yeah.
live with me because
Like,
your
I'll gi-
parents told you
I'm going to
not
give them the
to.
kindest reading of that, which I see as
Yeah.
like, you know, be a fucking independent
Yeah.
person. You're just
Absolutely.
gonna, if your parents told you to jump
Yeah.
off a cliff, you can jump
To
off
be
a
fair,
cliff.
I'm
Like,
on Harry on that. If it was a 27-year-old guy, and I'd be like, "Come on, you listen to your parents,
Yeah.
or are you going to like do what's right for us?"
yeah.
Like I think that's
she
what she
does
was trying to
sound
convey.
crazy and manipulative, but
yeah, she does sound like she could be like a manipulative, abusive partner.
What abusive? Where does
Wait, what-
abusive come from?
Emotional manipulation and things
What,
like that.
just
Trying
saying
to set-
if I knew you listen to your
well,
family.
well, this concern here is that they're trying to move them from their family. Like they're trying. Like,
Yeah,
they're
that is like
saying-
classic like abuse 101 is
Yeah,
like
trying
distance
to
someone from their
distance
family.
their
It's not,
close
she's not
ones.
trying to distance it.
Okay,
It's just,
that's a harshest reading
yeah,
possible.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
She's not saying
I'm
I
not
don't want
saying
you to
that's
spend
what it is. I'm just
time.
saying that's an angle to look at.
But
here.
I just think that you are seeing something that's not really there.
I'm not. No, I think that there's signs of that. They're rushing to move in together and move
Rushing
away.
to get married and stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
she's like-
I
she's
don't think
rushing to
6
walk-
months living with each other is that weird when you're older.
Yeah, no, I actually don't think that that's that crazy.
No, it's not that crazy.
It's not. It's for the little.
I think the
it's
bit
not
that's
crazy.
most crazy
It's
is that
quite quick, but I wouldn't
like,
say it's like
did-
whoa.
did they
Yeah.
talk to their brother about like did their brother come and like okay that they're gonna start dating your ex-girlfriend? Like
Yeah.
that is like because the rest of the
Yeah.
family sounds like pretty bonded together and happy, but like that is like fucked family vibes.
It's very strange. But I just the way that it's like mentioned so casually and then nothing else is said about it. And also the fact that she's so open about all this sex stuff. I wonder it doesn't say like she doesn't bring up the fact that she's also dated the brother as well. Like it's just weird that
She
it's
has
just
a
one
line, right? She
sentence.
has a line.
She has a line. It's so strange.
I am getting sussy vibes. This feels too good to be true, but it's fucking juicy. Like this is like
it is a juicy. So I we always say it. I want an update.
I want a
updates.
fucking update. I also
Yeah.
want no. I want more information. I
Yeah.
don't want an update on the situation.
Give me more war.
Yeah, I need more lore.
Yeah.
Like, how long were you dating this person? Like, did your
Yeah.
brother okay it with you? I feel like you would have to. That
Oh my
feels
God.
so awkward.
We just have to assume that maybe they saw each other, it didn't work out, and it's in the past, it's forgotten about,
Yeah.
and the brother is cool with it, and they're cool with it.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
it would have been a bigger deal, right? So we just have to assume it's not a big deal to them.
But this person doesn't even live with the the sister and the brother. So it's like
No.
I'm kind of just like,
What does this affect this person? So
yeah, I'm
much?
just like, look, fucking.
God, that fucking poor
Also, who-
sister.
like,
I know.
also, do you have
I
as someone who
know.
dated and basically chose to be with that person at some time? Do you have any right to say you shouldn't be?
I don't think so. I think if you've dated that person, you should just be like not allowed to be in the
Yeah,
court
I kind
case.
of don't think you get
Unless you're like, they were actually crazy when I dated
like,
them.
oh my god,
Yeah.
they fucking
They
you know,
tried to stab me or something.
yeah, like something absolutely insane.
Yeah, like, obviously warn people if there's bad things there, but I think if you
I
just
love that this girl is just like, I'm gonna be in this family.
Yeah.
And like, the family are like, we fucking hate you.
what
And
if-
she's like, I will be in this
I'm gonna
family.
be in
what if
it.
she's just fucking nice as shit and like the family are the weird ones?
I mean, that's what I'm. Maybe she's just really wacky and silly and fun.
Yeah,
and
I think
Yeah.
I think I
they
am
don't
actually,
like an imposter coming into their precious family.
I think
Yeah.
it's fucked, but I think I'm team crazy girlfriend.
I think
kind
I'm
of
there.
am.
I am cautious of if she is maybe trying to isolate him, but then he's got his sister, so it's
But
like,
then she wants to come. She doesn't. Doesn't
I
seem
don't
like
think
she's-
she's isolating.
I don't
at
think she
all.
seems to care about coming to live
Yeah.
with the
No.
sister either. She's just like, I want to procreate in like a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, she's moving country as well, which you have to like consider as well. Like, she wants to
Yeah.
like, cool, I'm moving to the UK. I want to I don't know why you would want to, but I want to live in the UK.
I did just instantly assume
Yeah.
that they all had quite a lot of money because they were Swiss and
Yeah.
moving countries, and I was
Yeah.
like, this
It's
does
quite
sound a lot
wealthy.
like.
Yeah. And
There's-
it's like she's got a plan. She wants to tie the knot and have children. Like,
I mean, I don't think that's crazy as
It's not-
well.
it's not crazy.
They're like 27. They're saying, okay, we'll get married when we're like 28, have kids when we're like 30, early 30s.
Mate,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, asking the dad whether his fucking ginger hair matches his fucking pubes.
Dude, that's kind of based.
Is kind of fucking hilarious.
That's really
like,
funny.
Saying
It's his boss, right? His boss, not the
Oh,
dad.
the boss.
It's, yeah.
Okay,
it's not even.
that's
Yeah, so fucking that's so fine.
that is kind of funny.
How can you imagine it was actually the dad? Also, it says, my sister does not want to live with a couple, which I understand, which I think is interesting. It doesn't say
Yeah.
my sister doesn't want to live with them or with her. It says my sister doesn't want to live with a couple, which I get because you don't want to be the third wheel.
No, it's so fair.
So it seems it's not like the sister is like anti the girlfriend.
No.
She's just anti living with a couple, which
Yeah.
I which
now,
I
to
can
be
get.
fair to the question asker, I would be. I mean, I would be fucking heavily uncomfortable with my brother dating and then potentially going on to marry an ex-girlfriend. I
Yeah.
think that would be fucking. It would be fucked vibes. Like, and I do think part of this question is written from that perspective of like, it sounds like they haven't talked about it. I feel like you would have to mention, my brother came and checked it with me first. Like, I just feel like that's so bizarre.
Would you feel weird if your sister lived with you?
No.
No?
But also, I have like a fucking 13-year age gap with my sister, so I think
Yeah.
it's more like auntie, uncle,
Yeah.
than brother.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
It's
Mhm.
it's a different relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
If my brother, who's very close in age, would live with me, I think that would be weird.
Yeah.
Like he's like 3 years older than me,
True,
just kind
true.
of like moved in for a bit. I would like
Yeah.
that'd be nice, but I think
Yeah.
after like a year, I'd be like,
Leave.
it's great having you here.
Yeah.
You want to fucking move somewhere else?
So how are we ending this? What are
Oh,
we saying?
but wait. Firstly, before it says, have you ever had a sibling with a girlfriend, boyfriend, partner who doesn't get along with your family? Have you guys ever had that?
No, I don't think so.
Um,
I mean, my sister's too young, and my brother never has. No. I mean,
yeah, my sister's probably had some arsehole boyfriends, but like I can't really think of all of my siblings' past relationships really.
Yeah.
have you had one?
No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think who my brothers dated. I don't think there's ever been a case where it's like
He hasn't
they've
probably-
not got on
No.
or it's been awkward or uncomfortable. No.
I feel like the thing is also like you're the family, so you make do. You don't. Even if there was like maybe anything, I don't. I feel like my
Yeah.
family would be like, well, it's what makes them happy.
Yeah,
so
they're
you fucking,
happy.
so you have to approve of it. Like, you don't really get like a buy or a pass unless the person is literally like abusive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
if
Yeah.
someone came to my family who was doing these kind of jokes, I think we would just find it fucking hilarious.
I think it was funny as long. I think. The thing
It does
is,
specify, sorry, she says she is crass and a bit rude, but not impolite. And I think that's
Okay.
really important. Like, she is
Okay.
like,
she's got a crass sense of humor.
yeah, she's forthcoming. She's
Yeah.
a bit rude, but none of it is impolite. She's not like mocking people.
She's got a dirty sense of humor.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah. I honestly don't think it's. I think it's not bad. I have known people who have had partners that haven't got on with their parents, which must be difficult, especially if you do have a very like. It sounds like this is quite a close knit family.
Yeah.
Like because in terms of like my family having dinners together with everyone's partner there, it happens once a year at Christmas.
Yeah,
If they didn't get on, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Everyone just fucking makes do anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
But it sounds like maybe it's more of a thing because it seems like it's really upsetting the family that they're like that she wants to marry him. So they must be quite close.
I love the line. What was it like? I haven't told my parents because they'd have a stroke.
I know. So they really don't like her. I mean, it's hard. You know what? I would just stay out of this.
Like the more I'm going back and reading, I do think a lot of it's quite petty. Like she also gets drunk relatively regularly, and at least 2 occasions turned up drunk at my parents' house. Now, because in some context, is she returning home drunk as a place to stay? You know, after a night out.
Yeah, she's been out with her mates.
Completely reasonable.
Yeah.
Or is she turning up at 2 p.m. to a family barbecue?
Hammered.
Fucked, carrying a bottle of vodka. Like,
does she have an alcohol problem?
There are two extremes here.
Yeah.
But is she just like a super rich Swiss person who doesn't have to work and there's like, guess I'll day drink?
Yeah, precisely. I just feel like I'm inclined to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm imagining like she comes home in the evening after going out with her mates and had some wine. It's just she's a bit drunk when she gets there.
But she's an adult.
I guess that's
her
our final take then. Listener that sent this in, you fumbled the bag by not marrying her and just deal with it.
Cope harder, asshole.
I'm actually imagining that this girl is super hot. Like in my brain palace.
I'm thinking of the
story
misogynistic graph, the crazy hot
I
graph.
know, and I'm thinking that she is fucking smoking.
Yeah, I bet that's it. Yeah.
And he's just like, fuck,
what am I doing?
I let it one go.
I gotta break them up.
And she's like, she's got a dirty sense of humor, and she's.
I feel like we have to have an update.
I mean, I've teamed this
Does
girl.
she want to come on the podcast?
Get her on. Get this sexy woman on here. We love this sexy woman.
That would be so funny.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, she could be a horrible
I mean,
bitch.
yeah. And she could, as you said, Rush, she absolutely could be emotionally abusive and try to distance the family. It's hard to know with just this.
Just the text
this
context.
Text on,
The thing is, I don't think anything in here sounds that unserious enough.
No, I don't.
So,
think it does. No.
Yeah.
Tough break.
Okay.
Like, sorry, bro.
Shit. Well, I hope it gives an update.
Good luck.
I want to hear more.
The update has to be we got back together.
Oh my god!
I would love that.
Yes.
Oh my god! The wedding's planned already.
Oh.
She's with my sister now. I don't know. Whatever the fuck the update is for that
Alright.
story.
We got one last huge beefy one left.
One beefy boy
one
left.
last big boy. All right, Lydia.
Over the course of 2015 to 2016, my last 2 years of high school, a fellow classmate and I, let's call her Claire, would regularly engage in as much sex as physically possible with each other. This included having sex before, during, and after school with each other every day.
Okay.
Weird flex, but okay.
Just like, let's see how many times we can do this thing.
During maths class.
What the
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Although we only ever kept things casual and physical at my request, we found ourselves unable or unwilling to stop, even when she would have various boyfriends over
Oh
the
my
2
god.
years. Whoa.
What is going on?
As expected, not all of these boyfriends were too pleased to find out she was cheating. One particular boyfriend turned out to be the leader of a local gang. This resulted in my life being in severe danger. To cut a long story short, this danger resulted in various gang members seeking me out at the store I worked at after school, groups of people chasing me down the street, from which I only narrowly escaped, and one such time I was almost carjacked and beaten to death. I eventually had to contact the police and report the situation to them. Although I despised the police, I became worried for my mother's safety as these people knew where I lived. As you can imagine, I was looking over my shoulder for the next few years and was far too young to have come so close to a violent and gruesome end, albeit due to my own misdeeds. I am now 26 and have recently got back in contact with Claire. She is now married and has a son and is quite eager to continue our sexual escapades. But she has divulged to me that her husband is of a similar type to that of the violent gang leader. This may seem like an obvious solution, to not have sex with her. However, I am now rarely presented with the opportunity to have sex with any women due to limited opportunities and my declining riz. This may be the only opportunity to have sex with any woman. I am bisexual and in an open relationship with a man, but I do still long for heterosexual sex. I would be lying if I said that the life-endangering nature of the sex is not incredibly enticing. Although it is unlikely that her husband would also cause the problems that the gang leader did, it is obviously still a major cause of anxiety for me. Should I reject her offer of sex or carefully accept the offer and have sex with her on as safe and as discreet a manner as possible? Thank you for your assistance.
I don't believe this question one bit.
Fucking way is this real.
Stop sending in fake fucking questions.
This is an insane question.
Stop sending in fake fucking questions.
Honestly,
it's not funny.
Last week I didn't believe the murderer question, Rams, but this question, when I skim read it and I was like, this is a mental question.
Yeah.
I mean, should they do it?
Fuck no. No, I'm not saying you deserve to die, but no wonder you got your fucking ass beat, man. You continuously cheated with this girl when she had partners, which makes you an
also
asshole.
sound like psychopaths.
Yeah.
I literally I'm just imagining you're putting your dick inside of a beehive with angry bees is like the metaphorical action you are doing. Yeah. And then you're like, well, I haven't done that in a few times. Okay, well, do it again. You are insane. There is no way. No. The answer is no.
Cheating is so fucking horrible to do. So the fact that you willingly have done it many times, no wonder you got your fucking ass beat, man.
Yeah.
My God.
Don't fucking do it.
This is so, and also the fucking beginning bit. We regularly engaged as much sex as physically possible. That included having sex before, during, and after, in every way. What is this?
It reads like one of those fanfics you find online that people write about us.
We were fucking day in, day out,
just
on the floor, on the ceiling.
Whenever I read that, I don't think that person has ever had sex. When you read that, it's
her gash fell off. I had so much sex with her.
Her pussy was so massive after I had fucked it 4 times that day. It's what the fuck? What are you writing? What are you writing? This is fiction.
This is crazy.
It's fucking stupid.
All right, we have to, for the purpose of this podcast, we have to assume this is a real story.
Do it. Put your dick in the beehive.
All right. That this person is so down bad for that beehive pussy that he is prepared to shove it back in again.
She's married with a kid.
She's married with kids.
I've got to say, it's the gang leader shit that I'm just no. That is barge pole. Absolute barge pole.
Holy shit.
That is insane.
Fuck?
I feel like you somehow, if this is real, lucked out on a potential death sentence. There's no way you're going back. I feel this would reel me of anxiety for life.
Oh my God.
Okay, who would it have to be for you to do it?
Who's the gang leader?
Okay, gang leader's
it's in his prime. Pablo Escobar.
Okay. Oh my God.
It's in his prime, Pablo Escobar.
All right. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay, that's really high tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And who would the person have to be?
Who would it have to be for you to do it?
Pablo Escobar. Pissing off fucking Pablo Escobar.
It would have to be. I don't even know. I don't. At that point, it's literally it's the last fuck of my life, Rams. It's who do I want to fuck before I die? Do you know what I mean? It's an insane fucking question. I don't know. Probably actually just a beehive. Fuck it. I would fuck a beehive, and Pablo Escobar would kill me because I fucked a beehive.
That's my beehive.
You fucked my beehive, Harry. I don't know. You're literally asking who would I fuck and then die.
All right. What if it's it's like a Cray twin. It's like an East London gangster.
The thing is, Pablo Escobar's international. You are fucked no matter what country you go to. He will have it.
All right, not Pablo then. I
think a Cray twin,
an East London, a Cray twin.
You probably have to leave the country.
Yeah.
But you probably won't be chased down internationally.
Yeah.
You'd have to leave the fucking country.
Leave the country. It's insane. I don't think there's anybody I would fuck for that much.
No fuck is worth that.
Unless you two decide that that she is the love of your life and you want to run away together.
Yeah.
And elope somewhere. Then I'm
you thought you would have figured it out on the fucking numerous times that they were fucking on a daily basis that she was the love of your life.
And he's also the one that said, didn't he say
Wait, what's the gap here since they last fucked as well? How...
End of high school.
2016.
I'm gonna read that as America.
Yeah, high school.
So that's 18. No,
18.
18. So then she's 20. So 8 years.
It's been 8 years. Also, they said at my
Ravs,
request.
I feel like you have a person that you would fuck. I feel like Ravs has a person.
Who is it?
Kate Blanchett.
That's fucking...
Wow. Oh, really?
I just have this image of you just climbing out of Pablo Escobar's mansion window with Kate Blanchett like, no, Ravs, I love you. And you're like running. And there's just like people machine gunning behind you. And you're just like, dick just swinging, just like, fuck it was worth it.
Oh my God. I didn't know you had a thing for Kate Blanchett.
She's incredible.
She's Galadriel.
Galadriel, but also evil lady in Thor.
Far.
Marvel.
Oh, wait, who's the rock?
Who? Oh, Thor. Sorry, I
Thor,
don't
yeah,
understand
yeah.
your accent.
Who's the in Lord of the Rings as well? The daughter of the rock star.
The daughter of the rock star.
What's her name?
Rockstar.
And there's like 3 women in that movie. So,
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler, yeah. Liv Tyler, yeah.
Yeah, she's lovely.
She'd be, that might be one.
You do it for
But
Liv.
also, I just feel
Well, I'll
like
do it
I'm
for
just signing
Aragorn
up to
then.
dying. Do you know what I mean? It just feels weird.
Let's all die for our Lord of
Let's
the
all
Rings
die
people.
for it.
Hell yeah.
I'll bang Aragorn, you round the other 2, and then we'll all die. Get a fucking.
As long as I can die in like a Lord of the Rings themed way. Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like it's going to be like a horrible torture gang
I
way.
want Boromir's death.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I feel it's like you're going to get bits chopped off of you and things like that.
Yeah, like, they'll cut
They'll
off
post
all my
it back to your
fingers,
mum and
they'll
shit.
peel off
Oh.
my fingernails,
yeah.
they'll do horrible things
It's
to me.
not worth it.
It's no, absolutely not.
Also, quite literally, you I don't want to say you've been there and done that because
But
it's
literally.
quite a misogynist statement, but like you have been there and done that.
Yeah, you've done it.
What's this whole like? I will never have sex with another woman. You're 26.
I don't know.
I think he's just saying he's got no game now.
Yeah, but come on.
Fucking yeah, because the game doesn't compare to fucking piping 4 times a day.
Jesus.
That's true. That's
Like
true.
that's just called normal amounts of game. If you're
Whoa.
not just regular sex, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just wild. So they're in an open relationship with a guy, but he longs for sex with a woman because it's the last chance he's ever going to have sex with a woman. But he's 26 years old. Like this, what?
And you have a boyfriend
And you
right
have a
now,
boyfriend?
man.
What
know?
would he think if you were like, oh, I know we're in an open relationship. I am going to bang this girl. P.S. You might get my I don't know, fingers in the mail soon because she's married to a gang man.
I don't think any sex is worth that.
No, not at all.
No.
Like, also, fucking double cheating. You have a
Yeah, stop
boyfriend.
it.
She has a husband and a kid.
Just go and kiss your boyfriend and just.
He
just
says
be
it's an
happy.
open relationship, so it's not cheating on the
Okay.
boyfriend, but it is. This woman is married with children. Okay, this whole thing is fucking nuts, but obviously don't have sex with her. Obviously,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you?
Fucking hell, man.
Fucking hell!
Wonderful
Yeah.
questions.
And also, stop sending in fake questions, please. Thank you.
I mean, they're just.
What if it's real though? Hey,
It could be real.
The trouble is the long ones. I think it's the short ones that we think of. The long ones sound more fake because they go into more detail.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
short ones don't have enough space to
But
go into
this
detail.
one's like several gang members. I was nearly killed in a fucking.
I mean, it's been hanging around for a long
Yeah.
time. Like out of the thousands of questions we've been sent, I'm like
Yeah.
maybe inclined to think it might be real. It's just. I just feel like you actually have a death wish.
Yeah, this person is hot for death. They're not hot for Claire.
Yeah.
They're hot for death.
Yeah, I feel like I have to like. How amazing is Claire? Fuck me.
Oh my God, Claire must got that sweet pussy.
She's got that beehive pussy. She's
that
got that
what men
honey
say?
pussy. Yeah. Nice. Good job, Lydia.
the honey pot.
The honey pot.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job, gang.
What a
We
juicy
did it.
episode.
100
Episode 100.
What a plot twist, a lot of weird things.
What a strange
Yeah.
shit going on.
Yeah. I hope everyone enjoyed us doing some long questions.
Yeah.
Very fun to be in person.
Yeah.
Very fun to do a bumper long episode.
Yeah. Here's
So-
to another 100 episodes.
My God, don't say that. That feels so
goodness.
overwhelming.
Wow.
It's going to take a long time.
It's going to take a
It'll take a
while.
long
How long
time.
did it take to get here? A year and a half?
Over 2 years.
Over 2
Yeah,
years?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long way off.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
missed quite a few, but we've done. I think we've done pretty
done
good.
quite a lot.
Consistently, yeah.
We are going to go and record a Am I the Arsehole for our patrons, which
Patreon.com/0degrees.
I'm going to spoil a little bit. I skim read. It is the most arsehole sounding arsehole I've ever heard of, with loads of updates, which is really funny.
Great.
So hop on over to our Patreon if you want to and come check it out.
Thank you, patrons.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
everyone,
patrons.
for the support for the 100 episodes, and we will see you soon.
See you later.
See ya. Bye.